Very sad situation. 13-year-old seventh grader was with his tutor. Black 13-year-old waiting for the tutor. Tutor comes, he puts his book bag in the car of the tutor, and all of a sudden, here comes the police to lock him up. He did nothing wrong. Well, the family is now suing. Good for them. Let's put up a picture of the family attorney. This guy's no joke, all right? The family of a 13-year-old seventh grader who says they were racially profiled by police has lawyered up and plans to sue the city and county of San Francisco. Civil rights attorney John Barris claims the student, MC, we will call him, was racially profiled and unlawfully detained by a member of the San Francisco Police Department. Okay, they're doing that. They're doing the hide the pickle thing so that we don't know who the cop was as far as a picture. So I don't have a picture, a verified picture, but I do have a verified picture of the chief of police. The buck stops with him. He's the guy in charge. His name is William. They call him Bill Scott. There he is. The claims stem from an incident that took place on March 15th at Stern School located at 838 Kearney Street. The student was waiting for his tutor to pick him up from school. Upon the instructor's arrival, the student put his book bag in the back seat of her car and was about to get inside when an officer identified as Sergeant Para ran up to him yelling, "Get out the car, put your hands behind your back." There's surveillance video with no sound, but surveillance video shows that exact encounter. Barris claims that the sergeant placed the student's hands behind his back while the tutor and school leaders came to defend the child, telling the officer that he was in school all day. While the officer claims the student was only detained for 1 minute, the attorney and the witnesses say that cop is lying. They say the student was detained for roughly 30 minutes. That's according to a report from the San Francisco Chronicle. Versus claims the sergeant kept the child over, claims the seventh grader matched the description of a suspect who was described as wearing black pants, a black hoodie, and red shoes. However, the attorney said MC, the student, had predominantly black shoes with red shoestrings and pants that had Mickey Mouse on them. So here's the classic, okay? Here's the classic. He's the black guy who fit the description. Black shoes, I mean, he's a black person. He's a damn child in the seventh grade. Here's what really happened. And I don't give a damn who says different. Here's what happened. That cop, he thought black child, book bag, a car, theft, robbery, carjacking. I got one today, fellas. Okay? This is what he thought. Any reasonable police officer could have determined that this young child did not fit the description of the suspect described as a black male wearing black clothing and red shoes who was allegedly seen breaking into cars, allegedly, all right? Burr said in a news release, the child's family and his school have all spoken out against the officer's actions. Now, we need more of this. You know how many times we've reported on stories right here at Indisputable where the child is in the right, the cop is in the wrong, and the school system decides to take the side of the cop, or they are silent as to their public announcement about what happened. Well, not in this case. In this case, the school is standing with the child, the community is standing with the child, the teachers are standing with this 13-year-old child. This is a model for other school teachers, administrators, and systems. The child's mother, her name is Dolores Coleman, said, and I quote, Ms. Coleman said, "My son has been traumatized by the police officer's attack. As his mother, I am horrified that this happened to my son, who is loving, carefree, polite, and well-mannered. He doesn't understand why this happened to him when he had done nothing wrong." Let me say this, because I'm sure this segment will reach the family of this young man. Do not allow the coward who attacked you to change you for the worse. Allow that coward to change you for the better. Do something to make a positive impact to the negative experience you went through. You have way more people in this world who support you and are encouraging you, who love you, than the people who do not. Sometimes, unfortunately, those who are opposed to you can seem loud. Like this experience can seem loud, but look at how many people got your back. Your tutor, your school system, the attorney, the community, and your family. Rest in that and allow that to be a catalyst for the transformation that I know you're about to bring to this world because of that experience. Ben, thoughts on this?
Well, that's a great point you just made there at the end, and not just that great list of people that have this child's back, but also your show, also media around the world that are outraged at an incident like this. That at least shows the times are changing. There's vestiges of some old BS holding on to a lot of old ways of doing business and trying to keep children in fear of their own law enforcement apparatus, of their own community. But that is at least changing. Spotlight is being shined on that. And it just shows how foolish and how quick to react these police officers can be. I mean, I don't know if they're familiar with how crime typically happens, but typically criminals don't put things in the car that they're stealing from. They take stuff out. It's literally the opposite of
an astute observation, my dear Watson. Here's the thing about what the attorney said. The attorney said, listen, any reasonable person would have known immediately this is not some carjacking. This kid does not fit the description. Don't you think if he fit the description, if somebody in Mickey Mouse pants was robbing somebody, that would be an important detail in the description. And once again, once the tutor said, who was in the car, once the tutor said, no, this is one of my children, okay? 30 seconds, 60 seconds max, done deal. I'm sorry, my apologies. Here's why that happened. But according to the tutor and the witnesses, the cop detained the young man 30 minutes after proper explanation was given. All right, we're gonna continue to monitor that story.